Hey, Kevin here, Mr. DIY Dork from DIYDork.com. Today I'm going to take you on a magical tour of the DIY Dork barn house. It's been about a year since we moved in and we've got most of the things wrapped up. There's still a few projects left to do, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you some of the rooms that are finished and kind of give you a before and an after of what we've done with them. So check this out. Alright, so now with more of the house tour, I want to show you the upstairs hallway and the bedroom. So the hallway was nothing special, just kind of paint and some ugly wallpaper, and it had wainscoting on the bottom. And when we ripped it off, it was pretty rough. It had torn up the drywall, and we were trying to figure out a way to cover it. So what we decided to do was this. So check this out. Okay, so here we go. The upper part here is just painted drywall. We just painted it white. But the lower part, I added a railing. Actually, I added that last, but anyway, to kind of divide the two, there's railing. And then we have this cool little repurposed wall here, wall covering. And I guess it's kind of a wainscoting as well. And what that is these boards are made from both the downstairs bathroom and the downstairs bedroom flooring that we ripped up and I've been using for projects. We used a bunch of it right here. And it actually is 4 different colors of stain, even though it only looks like 2 or 3. There are 4 different ones. And then I think we waxed these just to keep it, kind of natural and not glossy or anything like that. And it turned out pretty cool. We got on both sides here, over there too. And then of course we have the plywood flooring, which these 2 tracks of planks there, the very first 2 we ever did in the house. And it turned out pretty cool. I had to build this little transition to go to the stairs to meet the thickness of the drywall, or the plywood flooring. And this little transition piece there. And then a little bit of trim on the corner. We had to do more board and batten on the ceiling to make it look the same. I actually built a box here in this drop down. And then we also have a little shelf with a slinky there if we ever want to do slinky races. And the final thing too is we found this really cool light. I think it's only 3 watts and we found it on eBay. And it's not super bright, but it's just enough to see the stairs when you go up. But check it out, it's really cool when you turn it on. It's got this really cool fan design. So we did that, added it. I had to build the wood backing on it to fit, and turned out pretty cool. New smoke detector, new thermostat. Okay, now the bedroom. Okay, so the bedroom, when we started, it was like a little girl's room, pink and green, kind of a mountain looking thing. We thought, whatever, it's just paint, we'll paint over it, get our stuff moved in there. Well, when we showed up to look at the house, it was 3-dimensional. It was made out of like old ceiling tiles that were glued to the wall. So when we tried peeling them off, it was like ripping up the drywall and everything. So we just pulled off both of the walls that were covered in it, and totally did new drywall, got it all painted up, did it white at first, but then we changed it. So here's what we have now. Okay, so here's the bedroom, and we got the super dark blue and white wonky plaid painted wall back there. To kind of look like a dish rag that we found. We liked the design on there. So we did that. Added the 2 lights there, wall sconce lights. I think those were from Urban Outfitters. They were real cool butter yellow. The floating alarm clock thing here, little shelf, I built that a while back. It's just a board with a piece of aluminum channel in the back. Very simple to make. We added, again, a fan up here, and pretty cool. It was kind of a bronze color, and I painted it gloss dark gray. And then as you can see, we did the ceilings up here too. Basically every ceiling in the house has the board and batten. I think it looks really nice, and it's way better than the popcorn ceilings that it did have. The bed itself, I actually made a couple years ago. That was a cool project that I probably shouldn't say too much about, but basically it's a really, really, really close knockoff of a Blue Dot bed that we really liked. But the bed from Blue Dot was like $1,600, and well, I made a very, very similar one with gray felt, some chrome legs, and a memory foam mattress that we found online for less than a quarter of that. So it turned out pretty cool. Very, very comfortable bed. The dressers themselves are really cool. This one right here, believe it or not, we got for free. This was a Craigslist find on a free section. It popped up. I immediately called. The guy said it was there. There's actually 2 dressers. When I showed up, someone was grabbing the other, so I took this one real quick. And of course it didn't look like this. It was like a kind of a dark brown like that. So we sanded the whole thing, painted it, did the 2 tones, and it turned out awesome. The really cool feature, I've never seen this before, is the handles. Check these out. They look like brass thumbtacks, and they were really rough and turning green. So I actually took the bolt part on the back and put it in a drill chuck, and then I basically spun it while I held a piece of sandpaper, and I got them a really cool brush look. So they turned out really cool. New windows up here again with the trim, and the shades, pull down shades from IKEA. That worked really well. I have a really cool chair here that I redid a couple years back. Never seen one like it before. It's a mid-century chair, so we decided to keep it. You can put your shoes on and all that with there, using it. And then the, again, painted closet doors, and then those really cool knobs that were very, very expensive for what they are, but they are cool. I've never seen any like it before. And then the final thing is the dresser I use. And this was actually the very first dresser we ever redid. And painted it kind of a deep gray brown. And then these colors here kind of has a wainscoting look to it. And then the other thing is that they're like shingles. And they go down pretty cool. It has a few issues I need to fix, and I might repaint it again. But that's pretty much it. Got a little artwork from back in college. Painted doors, the dark gray. Trimmed them out, put new hardware on them. And that's pretty much it for the upstairs.